everybody to the Single and Stiletto Show. I'm Suzanne Oshima, and I'm a dating and relationship coach and founder of Dream Bachelor and Bachelorette, and also of Single and Stilettos. Today we have on our show Cindy Olin, and she's a relationship strategist and coach at Create Your Own Luck and Love. And today we're talking about how to overcome dating burnout. And I know, ladies, I have a lot of clients right now that are feeling that way. And I know sometimes it can be hard to keep going, but Cindy's going to give you 3 ways to help you deal with this. But before we jump into it, Cindy, I would love for you to tell our audience a little bit about you and how you became a relationship strategist and coach.
Hi, thank you so much for having me, Suzanne. And yes, you guys, I used to be a high-end matchmaker, believe it or not. And I know Suzanne and I share this in common. And I've done a ton of work, had coaches around this area. And what I found commonly with being a matchmaker, a lot of people thought, oh, it's the end-all be-all. I don't have to do this on my own. And I found myself helping women and men on how not to sabotage themselves in dating and relationship success. And that's what, one of the many reasons that inspired me to start my own coaching company, because it helped. I've helped thousands of people to get married over the years and meet the love of their life. So, yes.
Awesome. So I know, Cindy, you've dealt with clients where they've gone through dating burnout, and I'm sure they've said, Cindy, I'm tired. I don't want to do this anymore. I've met horrible guy after horrible guy. I'm fine being alone. So tell us the first way a woman can overcome dating burnout, because you and I both know at the end of the day, they don't want to give up. They just want to meet the right man.
Yes. I hear that all the time. Clearly, if you're watching this, you have hope. So that's good. You're in the right spot. And I think it's all about how you're approaching your dating life. And if you're always thinking, oh, I've got to go out on another date, or I've got to go back online or on that app or this, if you have that really negative energy around it, well, what's going to come to you is things that you don't want. And what we resist persists. So it's, yes, allowing yourself to have that night in the bathtub where you're like crying and you're upset and it hasn't worked out yet. Yes, feel those feelings. I'm not suggesting that you don't. And then let it go. Come back in with a positive attitude and look at, okay, you know what? I am ready. I am moving forward energetically. I am bringing in my man and letting go of the attachment that it's the next guy that I swipe right on Bumble. But really giving yourself the opportunity to get to know different people. And maybe, this may go into a second tip, but a lot of it's your mindset, your attitude, and clearing that space before you're actually open to meeting people. Because if you're not, there's a part of you that's in comparison mode. Why can't he be more like my ex David that was XYZ right from the beginning? Or can you believe we walked into the restaurant, he didn't even open the door? Give the guy a break. It's, if you're constantly looking to be the critical, having with a critical eye, then that's exactly, the evidence is going to mount that he's that person. And we're human. He could be nervous. Maybe you never know. But, holding space to get to know someone as a new friend and realizing that chemistry can take time to build.
That is so true. That is so true. And it's so true. Do not compare any man that you go out with your ex, because he's your ex for a reason. So no matter if it's about opening the door or whatever it is, look at this person as an individual and get to know him. He's got great qualities too, but you have to get to know him. So I think that's really, really important. So what's your next way on how a woman can overcome dating burnout?
Yeah, so this, I was alluding to this before, but I was trying to give you guys so much information. So, you know, what would be really smart to do is set aside certain date days or nights that you are open for business, so to speak. No, like I don't mean that in a derogatory way, ladies, so don't take it that way, but that you're open to date. So maybe that's Monday, Wednesday, Saturday, and structure your life in that manner. I mean, I used to meet men for coffee all the time. And if it was a first date, it was an hour tops. You're done, you're out. So that dating burnout stems from doing too much. So allow yourself to receive and look at the rhythm around that. And if you don't have a date on Monday, Wednesday, or Saturday, whatever your date days are, take yourself out on a date.
Oh, I love that you said that. I love that you said that.
So take yourself to, and this can actually be a way to invite in people. Maybe you love a certain sushi. Go to the sushi bar, sit there, take yourself out on a sushi date, enjoy the conversation around you. Sit at a bar, eat at a nice restaurant that you enjoy. Eat, enjoy, be social. It's a way to connect with others. Or take yourself out on a spa date, a massage, whatever makes you happy. And, it could even be as simple as a nice walk.
It is so true. It's about self-care so that you take care of yourself so that you don't get burnt out on dating or whatever it is. I mean, anything you can get burnt out on, right?
Absolutely. So it's, having things to look forward to in your life are really important. And it's understanding, what feeds you, what feeds your soul. And if you're constantly in a place of worry, panic, that's going to come out. So have your date days certain days, and those are the days that you have them. So you're not, bending your boundaries around what's not going to work for you. Those other days you have a life, you have friends, you go to the gym or whatever, maybe you go to yoga, whatever makes you happy, or you're focused on things, your other passions in your life. A woman that can let go of dating burnout is someone that has a full life that she's happy and passionate about.
That is so true. And I just have to add one last comment is I've had clients where they were dealing with dating burnout, but they always felt like, oh, Suzanne's on my shoulder telling me just to keep going, just to go out on one more day. And I will tell you, every time that they wanted to give up and quit is when they actually met the right man, got into a relationship, and either got married or just spent the rest of their life with them. And it's amazing is sometimes you just have to keep going. As hard as it is, if this is what you really want, then you have to keep going. Just one more date, one more date, one more date.
It's like, don't give up before the miracle happens, right? It's, and oftentimes breakthroughs happen in the midst of, you might be on the midst of a breakdown, like I'm going to spontaneously combust, right? It's, open up to just keep going. It's like people running marathons. It's not a race to the finish line, and time takes time. You may have lessons throughout along the way that you are blessed to learn that prepare you for that amazing relationship that is seeking you as much as you're seeking him.
Awesome. Well, these have been some great tips, Cindy. So I know you have a free gift for the ladies. So can you tell them a little bit about it?
Yes. So, you're on dating burnout, I've got something for you. So I have an ebook that I wrote called How to Meet Your Soulmate in 30 Days or Less. Utilize these strategies and he will definitely come in. I can't guarantee the 30 days or less, but it can. If you're doing this and you're consistent around it, he will come in. It's worked for so many other women, as well as take time for your love life. That's another book that I wrote, and ways in which to connect with yourself, connect with deeper relationships, and taking time and making this area of your life a priority, as it can oftentimes go on the back burner, especially when you're in burnout, because you might be feeling that yuckiness. But removing that and learning how to cleanse, as well as for your audience, Suzanne, I'm offering a complimentary love breakthrough call. So anyone that this speaks to that has some questions around their love life and you want to have a breakthrough and you're ready for love, sign up for a complimentary call. I'm happy to support you.
Awesome. Well, ladies, if you're watching the video, you can just click below the link to get Cindy's free gift. And if you're listening to the podcast, go to singleandstilettos.com and look for Cindy's interview, and you can get her free gift. Well, thanks everybody for joining us on the Single and Stiletto Show. Our show is available both in video format and podcast format. If you would like to view the videos, you can go to singleandstilettos.com. And if you'd like to get the podcast, you can download it from iTunes. If you'd like to get our free ebook on why men disappear without a trace, you can click right here on the video, or you can go to singleandstilettos.com.